Here, a fighting chance for the De La Salle Green Archers against the UE Red Warriors. 28-26 is the count. We thank you again for catching all of this, all of the action right now live on SNA HD, Liga and Liga HD, sports.abs-cbn.com, and on the iWant app. We continue the coverage here inside the Mall of Asia Arena. You guys are joined by Martin Averco, Chammer, Martin Antonio, with Ayana Perlas and Jaime Ascalon in this coverage, and UE getting the first crack at the basket in the second half. A missed shot attempt right there from Apacible.
Good execution right there on that zone offense. Diving was John Apacible. Not being able to make the shot, but still good execution for them.
And Aljun Melesio not wasting time taking a shot for the De La Salle Green Archers. He's been quiet in this game, only 2 points across his name. Suerte, the pump fake, got Malonzo to commit. Here's Mendoza using the screen. Jed Mendoza with the contact, no good. And ball ending up with Jed as well. Manalang open look. Too strong on the free. And battle for the rebound. It goes out, but it stays with UE.
And Justin Baltazar was telling the official that Alex Diakite shoved him a little bit.
At 14
But
seconds.
if you say a little bit with Alex Diakite, it means a lot.
That's right. You'll see the impact in that play as we take a look at the 5 on the floor right now for De La Salle. Here's the strip, the takeaway from the Green Archers. They've got the numbers. Malonzo accelerating to the hoop.
Specialty of the house for Jamie Malonzo, filling in the lanes, getting a catch, no dribbles needed, finishing it off the glass.
And Jamie Malonzo, believe it or not, Coach Hammer, that's his first basket of the game in only 3 attempts so far.
Averaging 13 and almost 11 boards a game.
So might be the quarter. He's going to pick his game up. Malonzo throws it down. That's how you wake up your offense if you're Jamie Malonzo. Wacky Manuel setting him up there. What a flakes, kakaibang move coming from Jamie, but answered right back on the other end by Jed Mendoza.
Taking the contact and finishing on top of the defender. Bonus free throw coming up for Jed Mendoza. But how about this fast break? It's Wacky Manuel forcing a turnover. Jamie Malonzo up and away.
Taking flight, using the free lane in transition. But what a counter right here. Jed Mendoza attacking, scoring, and getting an opportunity at the line, although he couldn't complete it. 30 all. Not even 2 minutes gone here in the second half. A lot of action already commencing. Melesio, Baltazar puts it on the floor, leaning closer, no good. And Malonzo throws it away on the save. A missed opportunity there for De La Salle.
Could have been a good move by Balti when he put down that basketball on the deck. But on the finish, ever so slightly, the frame of Alex Diakite getting into the play.
Back at square one here. You saw earlier 6 fast break points for La Salle, none for UE. Because UE hasn't been pushing the ball. Mendoza off the spin. Jed Mendoza coming alive here in the third. And that's Jed Mendoza providing our boys and points in the paint.
The second time that he gashed the defense, getting into the painted area. 8 points for Jed Mendoza.
Melesio from the free throw line. Back rims that one. Ball tapped to Manuel. Karakut backs up and setting up the offense. Cross-court pass. Malonzo for 3. Short. Draws all air on that one. And UE with a 2-point lead. Beltran thinking about the high-low. Instead they go to Jed Mendoza here. Cross-court pass to Suerte. Suerte, the step-back jumper. Also, an air ball from Ray Suerte on the other side.
Would have been a good kick out, but he kicked it out to the wrong guy. Coach Paul Artadi ready to shoot. But how about this move by Jed Mendoza? We have known him. We have seen him playing in college and putting in a show right there. Getting into that spin move, that's his favorite move, going to his right hand.
That's right. Malonzo on the fade. The short stab is too strong. Manuel getting a hand on it. And it's last touch on him. Ball goes back to UE. Again, a tough shot given to DLSU. Manalang brings it across against Melesio. Philip goes to Jed Mendoza, who's got the hot hand to begin the second half for UE. Diakite underneath. Diakite carving space inside. And that is our Yamaha Mio #1 move. Alex Diakite getting the deuce. Balti put it on the floor, but he was called for the travel.
Over-eagerness to get back at Alex Diakite. But going back to the play of Alex Diakite, going high-low anytime that a guy that big and that hefty puts you behind him, that's good night for you.
That's right. Jed Mendoza, by the way, over his average already. 7 points in the game, only averaging over 5 points per ball game here in season 82. Beltran. Manalang against Serrano, using that Diakite screen. Philip leans closer. He gets fouled, and that's going to be against Joaquin Manuel.
And that's just veteran smarts for you. Getting an up and under. Caught the younger guys poking.
Yeah.
Could have gotten it from Manuel. I remember, or Serrano.
Yeah, more contact with Enzo Serrano, actually. So Philip Manalang heading to the free throw line here. The captain of this team. Missing on the first free throw. Also one of the top assist men in the league is Philip Manalang. Coach Lawrence Chongson on your screens. Philip on the second try. 0 out of 2. And this opens the door for Salle to come back here. Melesio. Aljun. He has 10 seconds to work with. Back to Melesio. Off the glass and in for Aljun Melesio.
Much needed basket for Aljun Melesio. He has been quiet the whole morning. For the Green Archers, they need him to really pick up his game.
That's right. Good pass also coming from Balti Baltazar. Manalang puts it on the floor. Manalang backs up. 5 seconds to work with. Beltran tried to go to Diakite at the last moment, who wasn't expecting it, so that ends up as a turnover for UE. Look at the save by Baltazar to Melesio for the deuce.
And you know, Aljun Melesio is a gamer.
Yeah.
The coach against him when he was still in high school.
Scoring on the high looping shot. 30 for all. This is our 4th deadlock of the game. 6 points for Enzo Serrano. And we have a foul here on the other side. Let's take a look at this move. Serrano turning around and then making the short floater there from the baseline.
A little Justin Baltazar move.
Yeah.
Going a little dream shake. Go to the other side. Soft hands. It's really important for younger guys to really learn how to finish around the area of the ring.
Yeah.
So a lot of times he would be there.
And Serrano brings LaSalle to square one here. 30 for all. Suerte trying to change that. The kick out. 3-point attempt is off. Mendoza gets it back. Suerte pulls the trigger and knocks it down.
The operative word is his hands is always on the drip.
Trying to change that. The kick out. 3-point attempt is off. Mendoza gets it back. Suerte pulls the trigger and knocks it down.
The operative word is his hands.
Trying to change that. The kick out.
Is always on the drip.
3-point attempt is off. Mendoza gets it back. Suerte pulls the trigger and knocks it down.
The operative word is his hands.
Trying to change that. The kick out.
Is always on the drip.
Attempt is off. 3-point attempt pulls the trigger and Mendoza gets it back. Suerte.
The opposite
down. Trying to change that.
That is always on the drip.
Time is off. The kick out. 3-point attempt pulls the trigger and Mendoza gets it back. Suerte.
The
Opposite down.
The word is his hand.
Trying to change that.
That is always on the trip.
Time is off. The kick out. 3-point. Mendoza gets it back. Suerte pulls the trigger and knock. The opposite down.
The word is his hand.
Trying to change that.
That is always on the trip.
Time is off. The kick out. 3-point. Mendoza gets it back. Suerte.
The opposite. The word is his hand.
Trying to change that.
That is always on the trip.
3-point. Kick out. Mendoza gets it back. Suerte. Time is off. The opposite down.
The word is his hand.
Trying to change that.
That is always on the trip.
The kick out. 3-point. Pulls the trigger and knock. Mendoza gets it back. Suerte. Time is off. Sit down.
The word is his hand.
Trying to change that.
That is always on the trip.
Three-point pulls the trigger and knock. The kick out. Mendoza gets it back. Suerte. Time is off. Sit down. Trying to change that.
That is always on the trip. The word is his hand.
3-point pulls the trigger and knock. The kick out. Time is off. Sit down. Trying to change that. Mendoza gets it back. Suerte.
It is always on the trip. The word is his hand.
3-point pulls the trigger and knock. The kick out. Time is off. Trying to change that. Mendoza gets it back. Suerte. Sit down.
It is always on the trip. The word is his hand.
3-point kick out. Time is off. Mendoza gets it back. Suerte. Trying to change that. Sit down.
It is always on the trip. The word is his hand.
Pulls the trigger and knock. 3-point kick out. Trying to change that. Sit down.
The word is his hand.
Pulls the trigger and knock.
It is always on the trip.
3-point kick out. Sit down. Pulls the trigger and knock.
It is always on the trip. The word is his hand.
Kick out. 3-point. Trying to change that.